G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so this is exciting for me, and hopefully you guys find this really entertaining and exciting as well. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to run you through the process of what's involved in now isolating my Solidtech rack. So I've got a few little things that I'm going to do that are a little bit different here. Obviously, now I'll spin the camera around and show you. There is the 6 Auva 100s from Stack Audio. Now what I've got here is I've got some volcanic medium. What it is very good for is because it is in different sizes from 0.5 up to 2.5 millimeters across in size, is I'm going to actually fill the legs in here by taking the top off here, and I can fill right through to the bottom of these after I've put the Auva 100s underneath. All of this equipment on this rack, as weighty, very weighty as it all is, has to come off the rack. So there is a big process that we're going to do here. There's a lot to do. So I'll check in and out with you as I'm getting more and more things off the rack. I'll keep coming back and showing you the stages, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do to engage the Auva 100s to the rack. I'll be spiking them with their 3 spikes and placing the rack down in a perfectly neutral position in the room. And then we'll go around and we'll fill each of these 6 legs up with our medium here, and then we'll get everything back on the rack and we'll see what happens. Look forward to your comments as we go through this. Make sure you type down anything that you're interested in me answering, and I'll make sure I get back to you and answer any questions you've got. Okay, first check-in. As you can see, the top of the rack is empty, and over there we have the preamp here and the turntable there. So heavy stuff. So we're slowly but surely moving through this process now. I'll move down and now remove the other components, and I'll check back in once I've done that, and then we'll get the rack over and start organizing what we're going to do with the feet. Okay everybody, next update. As you can see, I'll spin the camera around actually. So there is the MPT8. This is the phono preamp. This is the Rotel Michi RHB10 power amplifier that is powering the subwoofer. There is the glass AT&T fiber link here that goes between the MPD8 and the MPT8. There is some pure silver earth cables that I have in throughout the system. There's the Kojo grounding system there. And here is the MPD8, the Playback Designs MPD8. So I'll talk further about my reference cables in a video soon, and I'll walk you through the cables I use in my system that I consider to be my reference anyway. And then obviously we have what is an empty rack. Feet, which again are here to be installed on the rack. So that'll be our next process. We'll get the rack over, Auva 100 feet firmly in place on the rack, and get the rack set up and get it level, and move on to the next part of this process. Okay everybody, so here is the rack. It's upside down. You can see what we're dealing with here. These are the spikes, and we'll be removing the nut here and taking the spike away. And these are from Stack Audio, so these are the inputs that we'll be using to screw in place here, and then we'll be attaching the feet there to the bottom of the rack here in all 6. I'll zoom out, all 6 positions there. So that's our next job. All right, everybody, let's get stuck in. So let's just start by backing these nuts off, and then we'll turn these threaded arrangements out. So that's what we have there, as you can see. So what we need to do is get rid of all of these. There are our 6 spikes, and they're out of the way. So we'll pop those in here, and then I'll show you inside one of these things, and you can see down in there, hopefully you can without too much problem. If it focuses, yep. So that's what we're going to be filling up, and we've got to do each one of these segments bit by bit and fill these up with this medium. Then these go back on, and our input shafts, they are screwed in like so. Okay everyone, so here is our bag of stuff, which is undone. This is the medium. You can see that it's varying different sizes. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour this down in here like so, and we've obviously got 3 segments here. I hope you guys can see this. I'll try and do this without making too much of a mess, and we'll fill this bottom section up. I'll just film one of these, and then I'll get about doing all the others, so that I won't bore you too much with all the detail here. So essentially that's the sort of thing that we're trying to achieve. It's just going to be and it's just going to be a matter of essentially patting this down, getting any of the air out of it, making sure we're not making a huge mess, and obviously we're going to be drastically increasing the weight of the rack here, but that's all a good thing. There's no downside to doing this. It's all upside. So I have been told on very good authority that this stuff is wonderful as a dampening, deadening agent because of its volcanic properties, because of its varying size. As you can see, there's all different sizes in there, with this stuff, and so I'm gonna go through and fill all these up. I'll come back and show you that point, and then we'll get the feet on that section. Then we'll turn the rack over, and we've got to split all these other levels in the rack. So all of these levels, this has to be split so that I can get in here, and then the top has to be split. So it's major surgery. This is not a little job. So we'll press on. I'll show you as we go through this, and then we'll have a chat at the end of it. Okay, everybody, here we go. Now you can see here exactly what I've done. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you this was a fast process, because it wasn't. I've spent about 40 minutes so far just with a hammer, tapping the side of this with a taped hammer to essentially settle all the medium down so that I'm dead flat and everything is full. So that's what's happened here. You can see on all 6 of them now. Now that is the bottom tier only. I've got this to do on that level when I take this shelf out, and that level when I take the top shelf off, after I've screwed the Auva 100s down onto the bottom of the rack. So this is the process. This is the craziness that us audiophiles go to for dampening any resonance that might be in our racks. But unfortunately, these are all separate legs on each of these racks, with a section on where the shelf is that divides the next section. So I've got a lot of this to do. So it is what it is. We'll keep going, and we'll talk soon. G'day everybody. Well, so here we go. I'll do the last one of these. I've set all the other ones up. So essentially we have our disc. We place that over the top of our medium there. This is the input shaft that I got from Stack Audio. We screw the part that locks the Auva 100 down, place that there, and then what we want to do is we want to screw this in like so, get it down to, I've got a preset amount here, set of, you can see what I've got there. That is the height that I'm looking for the, I'm looking for the thread to be up off the top of the, and so it's just a matter of adjusting until we got that correct. I might have to put my spectacles on for this one. So just need to slide up a fraction more until we're on it. We are there. So we'll get the spanner that Stack Audio provide, and then we screw this lock down in nice and tight down here, so that we're locking all of our medium into that section there, and it's really quite tight, and that's how we have it. Now we're locked in. The next, all of these are done now, so it's just a matter of now screwing the Auva 100s on. I'll start that process now, and in fact we can probably do one right here as we go. So here is that's the spike end. This is the input end here. So we'll screw this thumb adjustment for our height adjustment there, and then this will screw on like so. And there we have it. Okay everybody, we're moving along. Next section, so I'll spin the camera around and show you exactly what I've disassembled to show you what I need to do to get this medium in all of the legs. So this is a look down into the main, the longer of the legs. I'll step over here. So you can see they are the next set of legs that are on the next here. That is the middle shelf that is off. And then over there, sitting on top there, is the top shelf. And as you can see again, here are this is the way this is all set up, and this is the area in there that we'll be filling up. These are all made out of aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you are in the world. So next trick here is to fill these ones up. Okay everybody, I'm going to do this last one in front of you on this long leg, just to give you a bit of a understanding of just how long this is taking to do. This is not a fast process at all, and I'll put the camera up in a second and get it set up in a position and show you that we're going to fill that one up right there. And you can see that I've done the others. There's a bit of stuff on the rack, but this is the process. Again, another half an hour spent here on the next level. It's time consuming. It really is. It's not a fast process, but I can already tell by what I'm doing how much more damped the rack is. And this is a very good quality rack to start with. It's now super inert already, and I've got another layer to go. So I'll get the camera set up and show you the process I'm going through to set this up. This is probably going to be a 2 or 3 hour process to do this. Once all of the legs are filled, I'll check to make sure the rack is level. If it is, then I'll turn the rack over. I'll screw the spikes. I'll show you all that, and then we'll place the rack down in its final resting position, and then start loading it full of gear again. I'll spin the camera around and show you where I'm at with things. All the second shelf is on, and all of the medium is filled up in the legs now. So all 3 levels of the legs, those, and the bottom ones. We've got the Auva's attached under there. I've got a bit of vacuuming to do. We'll put the top of the rack back on and screw that down, and then we'll have about 10 kilos of medium has gone into this into these legs. So it's 10 kilos heavier plus the weight of the Auva 100s, which is quite considerable. And we'll get this rack slid back into its position and start filling it up with hi-fi gear again. Okay everybody, well, rack is back together. It's on its side, as you can see now, and I am fitting all of the spikes to the feet. So this is the last one to do. We'll do these together. So if we just screw these, pardon my hand being in the road there, but this is the process. We put the last one in here. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 spikes. 18 spikes. They just finger tight these, and you can see there they are, all in place. So now I'll bring the rack back down. It is considerably heavier than it was before. So I'll set it down, we'll get it over into place and back between the amps, and then we'll start loading some stuff on it and start some testing. G'day everybody, welcome back. Well, everything is set up. All the gear's back on the rack here, and everything's set up ready to go. So I've been playing a couple of tracks that you guys would see in the shorts of the setup. I'll talk further about what I'm hearing. I'm still doing some more testing and running through my reference tracks, but everything's set up, everything's done. It's the next day from the time I set everything up, because it's been a rather large process to do all that. But stay tuned, because there'll be a further video with the final thoughts about and going through the whole process and explaining to you what I'm hearing, what the differences are. A little quick preview is there are differences to talk about. So I will be going into more detail about that in the next video. So hang around for that. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.